The jungle was a green wall of secrets, thick and wet, and Keanu stood at its edge with a backpack that felt heavier than the world. The sun burned his neck, sweat ran down his spine, and the air smelled of mud and wild flowers. He was not a movie star, even if kids in his town said he looked like one. His name was John, but everyone called him Keanu because of the strong jaw and quiet eyes. He used to fix cars in a small garage, listen to old songs, and drink coffee with his dog Buddy under the truck. Life was simple. Then the phone rang one rainy night, and everything changed. It was Mike on the line, voice thin like paper. "Keanu, I'm in no man's land. The Jungle Cartel took kids. I tried to stop them. They got me." The call cut off with a click that sounded like a gun. Keanu dropped his wrench. It hit the floor with a clang that rang in his ears for days. Mike was his brother from the army, the man who pulled him from burning rubble in a war long ago. That night Keanu did not sleep. He cleaned his pistol until it shone. He sharpened his grandfather's knife, the one with stars carved in the handle. He packed 10 cans of beans, 2 water bottles, a flashlight, a photo of him and Mike in uniforms, and a small note that said, "For Mike." He left at 3 in the morning. No goodbye. Just a post-it on the garage door. "Back soon." The bus to the border was hot and crowded. People smelled of sweat and fear. An old woman crossed herself when he said he was going past the river. "No one comes back from no man's land," she whispered. Keanu only nodded. At the last town, he paid a fisherman $50 to row him across the black water. Crocodiles floated like logs, eyes glowing. The fisherman looked at Keanu's face in the moonlight. "You look like that actor," he said. Keanu smiled. "Call me Keanu." The boat scraped the far bank, and the jungle swallowed him whole. Trees taller than houses blocked the sun. Vines hung like ropes. Insects sang louder than birds. The ground was soft and sucked at his boots. Keanu walked 12 hours the first day. He drank water caught in big leaves. He ate a banana he found hanging low. Mosquitoes bit his arms until they looked like red maps. When night came, he climbed a tree, tied himself with rope so he would not fall, and slept with one eye open. In his dream, Mike stood in front of him, smiling the old smile. "You're late, brother," Mike said. "I'm coming," Keanu answered. He woke at dawn with the taste of mud in his mouth and kept moving. On the second day, he found cartel tracks, boot prints deep in the dirt, cigarette but still warm. He followed them like a hunter. The trail led to a small camp in a clearing. 3 men sat around a fire, laughing and smoking. One said, "Victor wants the kids working faster. No food till the boxes are full." Keanu's blood turned hot. He waited until the moon was high and the fire low. Then he moved like a shadow. He crawled on his belly through the grass. The first guard never saw him. Keanu's hand covered the man's mouth, the knife handle hit the skull, thunk, and the guard went limp. The second guard turned. "Hey!" Keanu threw a rock. Crack! It hit the temple. The man dropped. The third guard ran. Keanu chased, boots pounding mud. He tackled the man, rolled in the dirt, pinned him. "Where is Victor?" The guard spat blood. "You're dead." Keanu tied him to a tree with vines, took the guns, the radio, the map. He poured gasoline on the tent and lit a match. Whoosh! Flames jumped high, orange against black. The radio crackled. "Fire! Fire! Who did this?" Keanu smiled in the dark. The ghost was born. Day 3 brought him to a village of tears. Huts were burned black, pots lay broken, smoke still curled from roofs. A little girl named Lila sat in the dirt holding a rag doll. Her eyes were big and empty. "Where is your family?" Keanu asked softly. "Cartel took them," she said. "Said work or die." Keanu gave her water from his bottle. She drank like a bird. Then she picked a yellow flower and pressed it into his hand. "For luck," she whispered. That night Keanu followed fresh tracks to a drug field hidden under tall trees. 20 children worked in rows, backs bent, guards with whips walking between them. One boy, Pablo, tried to run. Crack! The whip cut his shirt and skin. Keanu's fists clenched until they hurt. He waited for midnight when the guards slept by the fire. He crawled on his belly again, knife between teeth. Snip, snip, he cut the chains. "Follow me quiet," he whispered. 30 children moved like mice. A guard woke, shouted. Bang! Bang! Bullets tore leaves. Keanu turned, fired twice. 2 guards fell. The children ran into the jungle. Pablo hugged Keanu's leg. "You are a hero." Keanu shook his head. "Just a friend." Day 5 he was lost in a part of the jungle where the trees grew so close the sky disappeared. Then he smelled smoke, sweet, different from cartel fires. He followed it to a hidden village on stilts above a stream. People with painted faces stepped from the shadows, spears ready. Keanu raised empty hands. I fight the cartel. The chief was old, hair white as clouds, eyes sharp as knives. He studied Keanu for a long time. You have the eyes of a jaguar. Sit. Eat. They gave him stew thick with corn and fish, fruit sweet as candy, green paste for the cuts on his arms. The shaman, Mama Yara, pressed the paste into his skin. This heals the body, she said. Revenge heals the heart. Keanu told his story around the fire. When he finished, the chief nodded. We lost land. We lost children. We fight with you. They gave him a bow, poison arrows, a necklace made from a jaguar tooth, and a secret map drawn on bark. That night, Keanu slept in a hammock under the stars. Mike visited his dream again. You are not alone anymore, Mike said. Keanu woke stronger. The plan was simple but dangerous. Burn the fields. Free the prisoners. Find Victor. They started the next night. Keanu and 5 warriors moved like smoke. They poured oil from stolen cans on the rows of drug plants. They shot fire arrows from the dark. Whoosh! Flames raced along the ground, eating green leaves, lighting the sky orange. Guards screamed, ran in circles. The radio screamed too. The fields are burning. Night 2 they hit the prison camp. Keanu cut chains while warriors shot arrows from trees. 50 children ran free. Keanu carried a tiny girl on his back, her arms tight around his neck. Bullets whistled past. He shot 3 guards, felt the heat of one bullet graze his ear. They melted into the jungle before the sun rose. Night 3 they swam the river under the boats. Keanu held his breath, planted bombs made from cartel dynamite. Boom. Water exploded upward, boats sank like stones, drugs lost forever. Victor's voice roared over every radio. $100,000 for the ghost's head. Betrayal came on a night with no moon. A villager named Carlos smiled too much. He gave Keanu a map. Victor's camp is here, easy to find. Keanu trusted the smile. He went alone at midnight. 20 cartel men waited in the dark. Guns. Dogs. Nets. Keanu fought like a storm. Punch, kick, shoot. 10 men fell. But a net dropped from above. Ropes burned his skin. They beat him with rifle butts until the world spun. Victor walked from the shadows, scars shining in torchlight, gold teeth flashing. So you are the ghost, he said. You die slow. They locked Keanu in an iron cage under the stars. No food. No water. 3 days. His tongue swelled. His eyes saw shadows dance. On the 3rd night, Pablo crawled through the mud, knife in teeth. Snip, he cut the lock. Run. Keanu stumbled out, legs shaking but alive. He hid in the jungle for a week. Drank from streams. 8 roots Mama Yara taught him. The tribe found him half dead under a tree. They carried him on a stretcher of branches. Mama Yara fed him bitter tea that tasted like earth and fire. The chief sat beside him. You are Jaguar. You do not die easy. Keanu healed. His scars turned silver. His heart turned harder. He planned bigger. 100 warriors now, villagers with machetes, tribe with bows, even 10 ex-cartel men who hated Victor more than they feared him. They trained in secret clearings. Keanu taught them to move quiet, to fight close, to use the jungle like a weapon. Children watched from the trees, eyes wide. The final battle came at dawn with fog thick as smoke. 100 warriors moved like one shadow. Arrows rained first, silent death from the trees. Then bombs made from stolen dynamite exploded in the camp center. Boom. Boom. Tents flew apart. Fires roared. Children screamed, but this time with joy. Warriors cut their chains. Keanu ran through smoke and flamed straight to Victor's big tent. Victor waited inside, 2 machetes in his hands, eyes wild. They fought like animals. Clang. Clang. Steel on steel. Victor slashed Keanu's arm, blood hot and wet. Keanu kicked Victor's knee, cracked like breaking wood. Victor fell to one knee. Keanu pressed his blade to the scarred throat. For Mike. For the kids. For the jungle. Victor laughed blood. Kill me. More will come. Keanu did not kill him. He tied Victor's hands with the same rope that once held children. He dragged him into the light where the army waited. Helicopters loud as thunder, soldiers with clean uniforms. The captain saluted. You did our job. Keanu shrugged. We had to. Peace came slow like sunrise. Villages rebuilt huts with new bamboo. Children went to school under trees. Keanu stayed 6 months. He taught them to read maps drawn in dirt. He taught them to fight with sticks. He taught them to fix engines with wires and hope. Little Lila gave him a new flower every day. Pablo carved a small boat from wood. Maria, the girl fast with a knife, became a teacher. When it was time to leave, the chief gave Keanu a new machete, shiny and sharp. "For the road," he said. Keanu hugged every warrior. "Brothers," he said. They nodded, eyes wet. He walked out at sunrise, the jungle path soft under his boots. He crossed the river, climbed the hills, paid the fishermen double. Home smelled of oil and coffee. Years passed quiet. Keanu fixed cars. Grew tomatoes red as blood. Taught town kids to ride bikes. Every year a letter came on rough paper. The trees grow. Children laugh. "Thank you, brother." Keanu kept every letter in a box with the jaguar tooth and the wooden boat. Some nights he sat on his porch and listened to the wind. He heard drums far away. He felt the jungle calling. 2 years after the big battle, a new letter slid under his door. "They're back. Iron vipers. Took children again. Please." Keanu's hand did not shake. He packed the same backpack. The jaguar tooth went in first. The shiny machete next. He left the same note. "Back soon." The bus ride was the same. The fisherman older. The jungle thicker. He found the village burned again. The elder woman thinner. "They learn nothing," she said. Keanu hugged her. "I will teach them." This time 200 warriors waited, old friends and new. They had machine guns from the army, radios that crackled clear, even small drones that flew like birds. The Iron Vipers built a camp by the Black Lake, water dark as ink, cliffs all around. Ramon ruled from a tower of wood and gold. Keanu watched from a hill for 3 days. He counted guards, dogs, boats, cages. 30 children inside. The plan was bigger. Free the kids, burn the drugs, take Ramon alive. The night of the attack had no moon. 200 shadows moved. Keanu led the rescue team. 10 warriors and Maria, now 17 and fierce. They crawled through tall grass wet with dew. Keanu threw a stone far away. Clack! Guards turned. Maria cut cage locks with wire cutters that sang soft songs. 30 children slipped out like mice. Keanu carried the smallest on his back again. Alarms screamed. Guns fired red lines in the dark. Smoke bombs exploded, gray clouds everywhere. Keanu shot 4 guards. Maria's knife flashed. The children reached the jungle edge where mothers waited with open arms. The second team poured oil on drug tents. Fire arrows flew. Whoosh! Flames ate everything. Trucks exploded one by one, boom, 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 like thunder inside the earth. Boats sank with holes Keanu drilled underwater. Ramon screamed from his tower, gold chain bright in the fire. He gathered 20 elite killers and hunted Keanu through the trees. Keanu led them into traps, pits with sharp sticks, vines that pulled feet, logs that rolled down hills. Thud! Scream! 12 men gone. The rest chased. Keanu climbed a cliff slick with rain. Warriors waited at the top. Arrows and rocks rained down. Ramon's last men fell like leaves. Only Ramon remained. He found Keanu by the burning camp, eyes crazy, gun big as a cannon. "You again," he shouted. Bang! The bullet chipped bark beside Keanu's head. Keanu ran. Ramon chased. Branches whipped faces. Mud sucked boots. Keanu knew every route. He looped back fast. Ramon tripped, crash, face in dirt. Keanu jumped, fists like hammers. Ramon punched Keanu's nose, crunch blood. But Keanu twisted the arm, took the gun, pinned the boss in mud. "For the children," he said. Warriors arrived with rope. They tied Ramon tight. The camp burned to black bones. Children hugged parents. Tears fell like rain. Morning brought helicopters again. Soldiers took Ramon in chains. The captain shook Keanu's hand. "You did it again." Keanu smiled through blood. "We did." They rebuilt faster this time. New huts rose in days. New fields grew corn and beans. Keanu stayed a month. He built a school with bamboo walls. He taught children to read, to count, to fix simple machines. Maria stood tall beside him. "I will protect," she said. Tomas, now almost a man, gave Keanu a new carving, a jaguar with wings. "For your next trip," he said. Keanu put it in his pocket with the old jaguar tooth. He left at sunrise again. The jungle path felt like an old friend. He crossed the river, climbed the hills, paid the fishermen triple this time. Home smelled of oil and tomatoes. Neighbors brought food. He fixed their trucks for free. Life went quiet. But every year letters came. Peace holds. Children study. We remember. Keanu kept every letter. The wooden jaguar and the winged jaguar sat on his shelf beside the shiny machete. Some nights the wind carried drumbeats. Some mornings he woke with mud on his boots and did not remember dreaming. Years rolled like river water. Keanu's beard turned gray. His hands stayed strong. He taught town children to fix bikes, to grow food, to be kind. They called him Uncle. They did not know the stories were real. One day a final letter came, paper soft with age. Strange men at the edge. Watching. We are ready. But if you come, Keanu's hand was steady. He opened the backpack. The jaguar tooth gleamed. The machete waited. He wrote on the garage door in chalk. Gone fishing. He walked to the bus stop. The jungle was calling. He answered. And deep in no man's land, where vines dance and rivers sing, children by campfires tell the tale. Keanu versus the Jungle Cartel. He came from a town of quiet streets. He carried a knife and a heart bigger than fear. He fought with friends in fire and hope. He saved them not once but twice. And when the trees whisper at night, they say his name. Keanu. The ghost. The guardian. The legend. The jungle keeps its heroes close. And if evil rises again, the backpack is packed, the machete is sharp, and the man with the jaguar eyes will walk the path once more. The story never ends. It only waits.